What's up, everybody? We are live. Let me know that you can hear me. Do whatever you need to do. Smash the like button, wave your hands, type some funny expressions in the comments. Cut my head off here. Look at that. Oh, I gotta adjust. Don't want to miss the top of my head. I hope you guys are all having a great day. We're about to be celebrating a brand new year, and I know nobody wants 2020 to continue. So that's got to be a good thing, even though 2021 isn't necessarily showing much more promise. But here we are. This will be the last live stream of the year. If you're wondering what we're doing today, every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I chart requests for my paid subscribers. So every Wednesday morning, they respond to an email with the requests of charts that they want to see. And I do this. I used to write them all out, but I figured a live stream showing how I'm thinking about it and charting it is the best way. And what you'll find when you see this is that usually people who chart things are wrong. Can't see the future. This stream is sponsored by Femex, P-H-E-M-E-X, Femex. The link is down below. That's where I trade with leverage. I've also started testing Alpha 5. I included them down below as well. They're sponsoring my series Trade Gods, but Vishal, the CEO, and I were on a Cointelegraph stream together, and I'm going to have him on soon. But they have this incredible new product where you can trade spreads. So like you can trade the present perpetual perp swap versus the January futures and things like that. They're sort of income trades. It's a bit complex, but really, really interesting and not that hard once you get into it, and extremely profitable. It's something I haven't seen anywhere else, and something that you see in legacy markets. So it's sort of a way to, to trade the inefficiencies between the futures market and present market, all these other complex products. So that is really, 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 really cool. Going to try to find myself here and share my screen so that we can get going soon. Should be able to see my screen. This is the newsletter, which will be FREE free tomorrow to everyone and anyone who wants to join. You don't even have to join. You can read it without subscribing, but I would love if you did. It's the last one of the year, and I'm going to take the first off because every once in a while I also need a vacation. Last Friday was the first day that I took off the newsletter for a holiday on Christmas. And there were people that were mad about it. But hey, guys, every once in a while, got to go like talk to my family, see my kids, things like that. But if you want to sign up, here's the link that's also below in the thing. I'm only charting the coins that are in the description. Do not hit me with cash tags in the comments, because you will be wildly, wildly disappointed and your life will be worse for it. So without further ado, that's French. I speak French now. The first one is a stonk, American Battery Metals Corporation, ABML. I think I saw Jim in here. I know, Jim, you requested this, and you told me that your dad bought this at like 8 cents or something, which is just absurd, as it is $1.4750 at press time. This is going to be one of those hard to chart, because it's parabolic and crushing their dreams. So I just pulled it up for the first time. So let's just see. I'm going to place some obvious lines. Yes, guys, I know that there's lag because, as you know, I have good internet but bad computer doing this. I would say that this was your clear right here. I mean, look at all this confluence. So this is an interesting way to look at this chart here, right? First, basically a sustained downtrend from 2016 when it started, but you have this peak and this peak. So that's how I would kind of draw that line. You could also draw the line here just for educational purposes, but it's much easier in retrospect to see that it was good here. Struggled with the break, and then look at this, right? You had the 200 MA on the weekly here just arrived, because this is the first time that it had 200 candles in February of 2020. And then it flipped it to support right when we had this major screaming 50 MA, which now is somewhat lagging. This is just happening now, but this was curling up towards it. It tested it as support, also broke out of this line and tested it as support and went moon. So that was just a lot of support with two MAs that were kind of starting to make the move up. Say now, I mean, your obvious target here is that previous all-time high, not so far away at $2.04. Your dad is a giga Chad. I'm curious why your dad bought this at 8 cents, but I'm going to call your dad to be my financial advisor moving forward because your dad is awesome. Honestly, not much to say here. I mean, we're parabolic, right? So how do you find the top here? This will be, I would say it'll probably get here. And then we have price discovery. It never even came down and retested 42 cents, which would have been the next logical level. I mean, you could draw a line here, but you don't, I mean, it's kind of whatever. Clearly, this is a fundamentally driven rally, right? I mean, look at the volume on last week. You could tell me what happened. I have no idea, but I just saw Jim said that why did he buy this? Because a friend told him. My friends give me terrible financial advice. Every time a friend tells me to buy something, it goes to zero. I think they just hate me. So I would say that, $2.04, if it gets above that, you're in complete price discovery, but clearly there's something going on here that's not being accounted for on the chart. Something fundamental. I mean, look, if you look across the bottom, there was never literally any volume trading this thing. And then at the bottom, you start to see these major volume spikes, these huge spikes. So you have this general trending up of volume. This week, obviously, I mean, looking at volume on a stock or anything this week while it's the holidays is completely pointless. Trading during this week, during the holidays, is completely pointless. I've had a lot of feedback on the newsletter, like, why aren't you sharing as many charts this week in trades? Well, because nobody wants to trade between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody wants to do anything. They want to drink eggnog and get fat. I've eaten so many cookies and pieces of pie in the past month that I might be setting a record. I think I'm going to enter one of those dessert eating contests. It's absurd. And every day I go in the kitchen and my wife's like, I'm baking s'mores cookies because we don't have 9,000 cookies here that haven't been eaten. I want s'mores cookies. Horrid. All right. Next one. It's wonderful that someone wants to bake cookies around here, by the way. So that's cool, but God, kill me. This is why people need New Year's resolutions that they don't keep, is because, we all eat too many cookies. So I'm going to get rid of this. We obviously, wherever you draw that line, we had a breakout. So this wedge is no longer particularly relevant. All the EMAs here are heading up. 21 is crossing the 50. Lots, you can see that it launched from all three of these EMAs here. But this is a weird chart, to be honest. I don't know really what to do with it. It's clearly rise. This is one of the few things I think, the comp Bitcoin pair is obviously also up. But my approach now, forgot to put on my magnet. I'll get rid of this. I'm going to clean it up. Right? I'm going to get rid of all these. Who cares? Nobody cares about EMAs anywhere, ever. So these are the levels I'd be watching kind of right now, through here. We have a lot of action. This is a potentially very ugly 4-hour candle here. Obviously, it's because I'm assuming Bitcoin is pushing. Yeah, Bitcoin's about to hit 29K. Wow. Let's take our pants off and have a party. This is why I haven't been sharing many alt trades and why I'm not really trading alts, because why? I value my money. So it's just chop suey city right now. But comp, these are the levels I would watch for a retrace, basically. 149, 143. You could draw a level here, obviously. Something like that. So you sort of had this range. When it came up out of here into here, this would be a range. So we could even redraw this if you want. Might be more fun to draw it. Guys, I'm a mess. It's lagging for me too. So when I try to draw stuff, it you know, not locking in exactly, right? You can see this EQ, the middle line, support, support, resistance, resistance, support, support, and this like very clear resistance before the break. So I would even look for like, I mean, really, like I would take this trade if it came down and retested this before heading back up. Right, top of that range should kind of be retested. That's a clear line if it fails here. And then above that, you kind of have levels. You start at the right, find like a good clear swing high, and then you look to the left. You can see that this was really clear, right? Something like that. And then beyond that, who knows? Go to the daily, see if there's anything worth looking at. Nah, all the way up here. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be trading this right now, even though it had a move, because I'm just not trading right now. Got other better things to do than stress myself out over bad trades. So the next one, yeah, throw away your Chromebook and buy a baller computer. Buddy, I have a really nice brand new iMac back there. It's just on the wrong side of the room and I trade on it. And we've been through this, but I bought a really nice computer and it was broken because I didn't even have that little plastic piece. There's a plastic piece like this big that destroyed my entire brand new PC that I had built. So now back to the drawing board. I'm going to buy another Apple for this time because I'm fully convinced that PCs are stupid. Like if a piece of plastic this big can break your entire computer, and then like the guy had to like drive from North Carolina to Florida and pick it up and drive back to North Carolina and assess the damage. It was like your motherboard and your graphics card are destroyed. And I had a bot that was set up to buy the graphics card because nobody can get these graphics cards. And now my bot isn't doing it because other people's bots are doing better at botting when they're doing the buying of the graphics cards that you need to be a super Chad gamer streamer. And I was like, dude, just fucking send me a computer that doesn't have a blurry picture. I don't care. Who cares? All right. So I'm never buying a PC again. I don't care literally if it's made of like platinum and gold and has like, you know, perfect 10 women that jump out of it when you buy it. I don't want that. I'm going to buy a Mac, Apple, whatever we call them now, an iMac, a MacBook. I have like 7 of them. They're all old and it's going to work great. So this is me charting CRV as I'm talking about absolutely nothing. These are the levels I'm watching. I would say you really want to break of this blue line for this immediate downtrend here. Keep hitting my coffee with my mouse, which is bad. Perfect 10 women. What a boomer. Wasn't there a magazine called Perfect 10? I was just kind of saying it because they're like, I didn't want to say like something illicit. And I kept thinking of bad things. So Perfect 10 seemed complimentary. But yeah, I think there was a magazine called Perfect 10 when I was younger. I don't know if you guys know what magazines are, but they're these things with pages that look like books. They used to arrive at our doors and we would read them. It's cool. They said, yes, there is a Chromebook. I can't believe someone insulted me. Jim, I thought we were cool. Chromebook. My kid has a Chromebook. We had to buy her one for e-school. So CRV doesn't look too bad here. You know, these are the levels that I would be watching. I just like Bitcoin is obviously doing better than your shitcoin against the dollar, right? So I'm not going to try to beat my head against the wall and find a shitcoin that's going to beat Bitcoin against the dollar, right? Unless you think you're going to beat Bitcoin, like what's the point? We do have a, you know, kind of a descending channel-y vibe here, slightly broadening, descending, broadening wedge. But you know, if you insist on taking potentially crappy trades, this is the path I would be looking for if it was bullish. Something like that. You know, wait till it breaks that line or take it on a retest here, but this might close below that still. And if you're looking for some like local sort of support, you know, you can draw a line like this. Draw a line like this. That's real steep and intimidating. That's stupid. We don't want to do that. I mean, it's kind of fine. At the end of the day, like we could erase all of this and say that it's in, let's zoom out. Well, that's bad, right? We take this up to here or up to here and say that this is a big range. And you can see we're right at the EQ, which is resistance. More French. That's also French. I speak French. Resistancy and, strong resistance, support, resistance. So yeah, I would want to be above that. Certainly. Got the 50 MA up here, going to be resistance. I don't know. Ooh, Bo Derek. Nice. Edge Hunter said 10 was a Bo Derek movie. That's funny. And he's dating myself. You need a girlfriend if you're dating yourself. All right, that's CRV. Disney. Who sold Disney because he thought that the parks were going to be closed because of COVID and they would make no money? This guy. What has two thumbs and wish he still owned Disney? This guy. Yeah. Disney really showed me. You ever see like the South Parks with Mickey Mouse? Yeah, South Park with Stan Marsh like hanging out with Mickey Mouse. Even this season, I think they went and got COVID in China by having sex with bats. That's the Mickey Mouse that got me on my Disney trades. So Disney is like in full-on all-time high exploration here, discovery, if you will. So like your best chance is if it retraces to 153, you can catch an entry there. That's all there is to see, because otherwise, hey, let's go back on the Disney monthly chart. I bought Disney stock in 1989, $4 ish. No, it must have been like $7, like 1989. Disney. I mean, I didn't think people were going back to Disney World, but humans will surprise you, right? Show me your fibs, says Cyrus. All right. So these are kind of the key levels on Disney. Mandalorian. This is Boba Fett taking off from planet Scott's face. So annoying. But hey, I've made a lot of money on Disney. It's fine. I also spend a lot of money at Disney. I live less than 2 hours away. That's probably been the best thing about 2020 is I've saved like 15 Disney trips with my daughter. It was one of the last things we did before the COVID. So yeah, Disney's in full price discovery. Don't even know what to do there. Dot. See, old chart is what I was hoping would happen, but it never actually broke out of that. And here we are. This is a good entry for Dot from a technical perspective, right? Michael said, worst Bitcoin scenario, a 4-hour close between below 28,380 on Coinbase. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have a Coinbase chart open, I don't think. No idea. But I don't see why 28,380 I can't see as a significant level on my chart. So here's Dot, right? This was that major sort of demand zone. Although, you know what? I like it better like this because you don't usually include the upwick when you're drawing demand. I'm talking about over here. God, my magnets are all off. It's killing me, bro. Killing me softly. Like the Fugees. Strong in my veins. Oh, yeah. See, look, when you don't include that wick and make this demand, we have a test of descending resistance as support and this former demand as support. And this is a clear resistance support line. So I'm not saying Dot's going to go up, but I'm saying if you're looking for an entry on Dot, this is it. You might get poor, stay poor. But, from a technical perspective, if you are looking to trade DOT against Bitcoin, this is your entry. Break, good volume on the break, retest of 2 levels. I'm not even going to, I don't even see a reason to chart this more because that's a good entry. But here's, let's theoretically look at your targets-ish, area Z, something like this. And since everyone's asking for it, I will show you my fibs. You can go up here, by the way, extend your lines, unextend. And not surprisingly, the rejection happened exactly at a Fibonacci level, 23.6%, right? So you can use these as targets. That 61.8 is pretty much in confluence with that level that I drew. That's what I would say if I was looking at dot. But yeah, I mean, DOT is something worth being in. Coinbase announced DOT, among other coins, will get listed in January. So bullish. Cool. Easy ETH. I will now continue to make gangster rap references to NWA. Easy E. Can't help myself. It's my favorite chart rap reference next to Dr. Dre. Easy. Man, I was kind of bullish on this thing for a while there, and it was good. It was profitable, but now it looks like doggy do. But have no fear. Support is here because this is kind of it. It's kind of your, you could come down here, but yeah, this area, that's just, technically you would have it from here to here if you're drawing demand based on this last down candle here. So this is it. If it breaks through this and you're at the EQ of that kind of area, if it breaks through this, I don't even count this as that first day. You're basically in price discovery. So you want easy to definitely bounce sooner than later. Because otherwise it would be really bad. Who is an easy E fan though? Rolling down the street, my 6-4. Yesterday I put, my kid was on his little Thomas the Train, and he was leaned back like that, and I kept thinking rolling in my 6-4, and I put Ain't Nothing But a G Thing music behind it because he was riding it, and that music video had the donks bouncing up and down. It's awesome. Someone says tomorrow's an easy event, new partnership will be announced, and many other news. Since when does news matter? That's awesome. I'm not saying it's good, bad, whatever for the coin. You could literally announce that Mahatma Gandhi is coming back to do a drum solo with Bob Marley, and if Bitcoin's moving, nobody's going to care. All coins don't. They don't react to news when Bitcoin is having its way with them. I was talking to Ben Askren the other day on their Funky podcast. He's an MMA fighter and an Olympian, and we were talking about Bitcoin. I basically told him that what Bitcoin was doing to alts is what he would do to me and my kids in a fight. My kids are really young and small, so you can imagine that would be bad. Boomers with attitudes. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at EGLD against the corn. So we have this uptrend, right? And I had drawn last week. We had a check here. So have we made a lower low? No, because we've only confirmed this higher low with this high. So anything above this level at 650 remains a higher low, right? So this one was not confirmed. You could call it almost confirmed with this, but it's kind of shady. So, we can say this as a question mark, and then another higher high would confirm that. But you do have sort of it's a weird chart now. I'm an EGLD maximalist, so, whatever. Nah. ignore that. That was bad. You know, I think it's at support here. It's kind of ranging between these levels. I don't see anything too scary. You know, price is dropping, but so is volume, which means consolidation, not a reversal. Unless you see an increase in selling volume, then you don't really have a true downtrend. So I would say that this is some sort of, you know, bullish consolidation here before another move up. So all is well in the land of EGLD, Elrond, Easy ETH. All right, Ethereum United. A lot of people are really into Easy. It would see from the comments. Sorry to have to look over here to see the comments, but it is what it is. They're on another screen. Someone said they tried to send me a MacBook. I didn't get that shit. You didn't try very hard. But I do accept free computers. Easy ETH. Ethereum. Yeah, so bullish. I mean, this chart, it makes me wet. It does. And you can't say that I didn't tell you, because I've been screaming about this literally. Like, I bought this at $82 here, and I was buying it $90 here, and I'm buying it all here. I bought it here, I bought it here, I bought it here, I bought it here. I buy it every day. I want all of the Ethereum in the world to be mine so that none of you have any, and that the haters can go, shit, I should have listened, but now he has all the Ethereum. Chart Pearl. No, I'm not charting Pearl because you didn't ask me in advance. So we had this macro double bottom on Ethereum, right? Here, and then a break of the neckline. You cannot call something a double bottom until the swing high between them is broken. So it's not a double bottom for any of this. So we had this macro breakout from the descending resistance from the all-time high, then a confirmed double bottom, retest as support, and move up. On a logarithmic chart, the target of that move was $651. We hit that last week. Bam. Don't question my TA. Shit is tight. So 828 is the next target there, but talk about higher highs and higher lows. Guess what, guys? I've been drawing these since it was here. So shut up if you think I wasn't. I got evidence. I have newsletter subscribers. I got charts. So we don't know where this one is yet, but this higher low is now confirmed by this high being broken, right? Guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. I do these in alphabetical order. So if on E, we haven't gotten to G, for the person asking about GRT, it's next. It's next. You can also see exactly what I'm charting in order right here across the top on these sweet, sweet tabs. Okay. So Ethereum, guys, it's nothing but bullish. It's just bullish. It's going to, I don't know the future, but I would be shocked and awed if Ethereum, after Bitcoin has already hit its all-time high, does not come up here and hit its all-time high and break it. And if you remember, in 2017, Bitcoin topped around December 15th, 16th, 17th. Do you remember when Ethereum topped? Mid-January, a month later. Not saying that history repeats itself, but it often rhymes. Yeah, that's a quote you should say to people so you'll sound smart. It was said by Sir famous physicist from Belgium. So Ethereum, I think it's going to 828 for sure. Like, why not? And maybe if you're looking for an entry and it happens to drop, you know, maybe you try to catch it at 488. Do you think it's coming back to 488? I wouldn't bet on it. You could also draw a line, you know, if you don't like that line and want something that might be a little more appealing. I have a clear level here, 555. It's been tested though. Been tested. Like me on the playground every day in the 80s. Someone was testing me. When we were kids, you used to have to punch people. You couldn't just talk to them on the internet. Like if you wanted to troll someone, you had to go up to their face and troll them, and then they would punch you in your face. It was a real deal back then. You guys don't know how hard it was in the streets of Gainesville, Florida on the playground. We were gangsters, though. F is before G, but FET was not requested, therefore no F. If you didn't email it to me, I didn't get it. Okay, guys, we're going on to GRT. Mocho's here. Macho, Macho. I'm going to call you Mocho. Mocho 17. GRT last week. I think I charted this for someone. This is the hourly chart. And I said there was a head and shoulders, and there she goes. Went down, but then it came back up, but then it went down. Chopping it up. Chopping. First thing I would do is probably say, God, give me my magnet or give me death. Or liberty. Give me liberty or give me death. Does anyone know that quote? Do we have any great Americans here? I would say that we're ranging between these two levels and that this is clearly resistance now. But better news, I have a feeling if I draw a line here, it might have broken it. Yeah. But like, look at the volume. Really interesting, and nobody literally cares about your shitcoin at all. No volume. So all of this is uninspiring, but if you know you're one of these breakout traders, you are about to get a retest of resistance and support. I don't know. Let's zoom out. There's just no price action on this POS. What is this thing? Like people are so excited about this coin. I saw everyone talking about it. I miss GRT. It hurts my feelings. There's no other assets in the world now except for GRT. I have to trade it. That was probably said right about here. And this is you buying because you had to buy GRT. And this is a frowny face for your shitty entry. Drew that for you. On the 4 hour, you might even draw it like this and it looks worse. Here it looks a little better. So I don't know, man. I don't see any reason to be trading it. You know, Bitcoin's going to do it dirty. Patrick Henry of Virginia. That's right. That's right. That is who it was. Scott, you skipped. No, I didn't skip. Nobody said FET. Nobody asked me to chart FET. I didn't skip anything. I don't see FET up here. You skipped requesting it on time, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. Going on to Link Bitcoin. Wow. I'm kind of in shock that this community is so easily influenced. Like XRP goes down and all of a sudden like Twitter accounts start saying, Link is next, man. It's going to be Link. They're dead. And it literally just starts dumping. Like dumps to hell. And there's no evidence. Like, has like the SEC said something about Link that I'm not aware of? What am I missing? Someone? Anyone? Because it makes no sense that Link started dumping because people started saying that it was going to be the next one after XRP. Okay, whatever. So here's your demand. We're in it yet again. Magnet is off. Lines are jacked up. Link's going to die, man. It's like Ripple Part 2. So you notice this big candle? If only there was an indicator to tell us to expect candle like that. Oh, there was bullish divergence with RSI. How crazy. Who would have ever expected it to go up after that? I don't really understand this sort of what's happening with Link at the moment, but it's kind of hideous. I'm just zooming out here. Ooh. Well, this does look like it's going to print potentially a very nice big bullish divergence on the daily with extremely oversold conditions still at 24, because clearly this is a lower low if it closes down here, and we would need to see that elbow up on RSI, but let's say Link is looking un poquito interesante. That's terrible Spanish. That's bad. I don't speak Spanish, but I knew those words. I'm going to eat some ice. Bad for my teeth. So I don't, I mean, yeah, I don't see what's up with the link FUD, but might be a buying opportunity. I don't think that the SEC is going to announce tomorrow that Link is going to go to jail for linking. They're not even an American company. Ripple is an American company. Maybe they'll be deemed a security and Americans won't be able to trade it. What's fucking new? We can't trade anything. I'm literally convinced that like I'm going to go to jail one day for trading baseball cards because they'll change the law. So annoying. But yeah, we have a potential bullish divergence here. If this makes a lower low, you'll have another big one on the 4 hour. If it drops below here, it closes below here. So I would say that there's some things to watch here. If you're trading it, and this was like when this happened last week, this was like the most absurd price action I've ever seen. That mega dump that one day happened in like 2 hours. That was super savage. I was long Link at that time and I lost many monies, but like 1% of my account. It's what I was planning to lose. So it's fine. I would say that this is the range that we're in now. Something like this, that kind of lines up with this resistance right here. But yeah, if you're a knife catcher, this could be a fun time to try to catch some like knife. Let's see it on the dollar pair. I don't know why I'm on an hourly chart with no magnets on, but it's flipping annoying. Yeah, I think whenever I drew this is kind of decent. That's a good line. That's a good line. That's a good line. Yeah, I was long like up here and I stopped out like here, 11.2, something like this. I stopped out here. It dumped to $8, but in the same candle was back to my stop loss. Look at that volume. Fucking absurd. But I was trading with leverage. You can't ride it to $8 on a 10x leverage trade. So FML, fine. I lost some money. You know what I care a lot more about than that is that this week in one of my fantasy football league championships, my opponent with no scoring bonuses, just normal league, 4-point touchdowns, not PPR, scored 234 points on me. 234. I've never seen a fantasy performance like that. He just pulled back all over my face. It's horrid. That hurt a lot. Really frustrating. I got Alvin Kamara. It was over by like Thursday night at midnight. Linky is stinky but good. Cool. Oh, Zeus Capital finally killed it. Yeah. Must have been those huge checks that they allegedly sent to me. Finally, we've killed Link with Zeus Capital. Stupidest shit ever. I don't really know here on the Link USD pair, guys. Yeah, I mean, if the Link Bitcoin pair goes up, this will probably go up. But these like long wicks, like how do you even read this chart when you've got this? You can view it as an anomaly and just sort of start here. Like, let's ignore that candle and do this. So maybe this is your support and we're bouncing off of it and you look for a move up, but ultimately you want to be kind of above this line and certainly above $11.84, right? Yeah, a bearish chart, as you said. I eat some more ice. Litecoin. People asked me to look at both pairs. So let's do the Bitcoin pair first. Had a nice breakout here. This is the weekly, by the way. So this is the entirety of 2020. Broke the downtrend of 2020, which is real nice. That candle's somewhat horrible. But so I would say that now, give him a magnet, ass clown. Right there. That's your new kind of resistance that you need to worry about. You could also probably pull that back, to all these candles here. And all these is support. So the kind of around the 4,900.004900 Satoshis. bits, as they're trying to make sats into bits. Have you heard about this? Anyone? Sats or bits? Bit sats. There's bit sats. And so this is kind of an ugly candle, these wicks, a lot of indecision. Sellers clearly took control. And now you have follow up on this week, which looks like doo-doo beans. It's not great on the Bitcoin pair, but maybe, you're at support now. You could buy it here if you think that'll bounce. I personally wouldn't, or take it off this line. Let's zoom in a little bit. I haven't looked at it. I'm going to eliminate this line. See, guys, take a line, hit the settings wheel, go to visibility, eliminate it, and it will stay only on the time frame that you want to see it, right? So I'll tell you what kind of jumps out at me on the daily is something like this. And it go a little something like this. Hit it. You can put it like there, but yeah, clearly it's, high, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, potentially a higher low. So it's not all doom and gloom. And yeah, on this time frame, you can see that we're at support. Look at that. This is really the level right now for this thing. This is a really strong support, really strong resistance. Yeah. Maybe we should call in Charlie Lee and see when he's going to sell all those coins again. Why is somebody spamming the chat about Russian hackers hacking hackies? Y'all are wild. Let's look at so yeah, you could catch it here, maybe on support. If it comes down, let's clean that up. Right? The dollar pair looks ready to bark, maybe, but who knows? But I kind of put this chart out there as a joke. I was like, there's only one line that matters, $94. On that dump, it got down to like 95.30 and missed my bids, or like 94.50. Stay poor, Melker. Stay poor, you noob. So let's add some more lines so that maybe we can stay less poor. Do I sell RFI at a loss? I'm going to look at it. I don't know what it is, but I would never tell you what to buy or sell. It's your own personal decision. And if you are coming to people to tell you what to buy and sell and when, then you should have never been in the trade in the first place. I'm not trying to be mean. Just saying, you only enter a trade if you know exactly where you're going to exit at a loss or a gain. So if you're asking someone, that means you literally just bought some shit with no idea what you were going to do with it. And that is poor financial planning. So I would say that we have a strong support at $124 and 30 cents. If you look at this chart, 300 cents. That's not really true though. No financial advice here, James. I'm sorry, but should I sell it at a loss? I don't know when you bought it. I don't know why you bought it. I don't know what you were thinking when you bought it. I don't know what you expected when you bought it. Why'd you buy it? You can tell me. Go ahead in the chat. Say, hey, guys, ZIL, can you do TA on it, please? You guys, 90 of you have asked. Do you see what this says up here? ZIL. What does that spell? It spells be patient. Okay, so Litecoin seems kind of fine above $124. Look at how many times it's been tested as support though. But yeah, if it's above that, pretty good. But at this point, I would say break above this line and go. But we have a descending wedge. This is theoretically bullish consolidation, descending volume. Nothing really bad. Nothing really bad. James says I'm right. I know I'm right because we all do it, bro. You're not the first person to buy something and have no idea why. If you ever shopped for a kid, when my son was born, we bought something. Oh God, I wish I could remember what it was called. It was a crib, and it was like $2,000, and it wasn't even his crib. A snoo. It's called a snoo. Yeah. Oh, my face is in the way of Zill. Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair. I'm the idiot. You can't see Zill because my face is in the way. I'm the asshole. Not the first time. It's called a snoo. And the snoo is supposed to like replicate being in the womb for a baby. So like it like you like they're attached to the thing and they're in this little blanket and they can't move, swaddled, I think they call it. And they're swaddled, but like it shakes and like rocks. And then every once in a while, it sounds like the fucking space shuttle is taking off in your bedroom. The heartbeat starts going. It's supposed to be loud, like the mom's heartbeat. And it just like gets going and going and going and whatever. We thought, hey, man, he'll sleep in our room for the first few days, which we never did with our daughter. This thing, it was literally like sleeping on a train track. And the kid hated it so much that we gave up on it in like 3 days, threw him in his crib in his own room, and he STFU. He just shut up and took it. So don't buy a snoo. It's so dumb. We can't see the top right of your screen because your face is in the way. I move my face. I could unshare my screen like I did once and talk about charts that aren't there. And you could just stare at my face the entire time. How about that? Would you like that? Here's Ren. A lot of you asked for this. Pretty disappointing. Kind of disappointing. Let's look at the weekly. The pain, but a little optimism, a little good news. This bounced right at the perfect kind of area as far as demand, but that is, that candle is cool. But actually, this candle would be very bearish up top, but an inverted hammer like this at the bottom is actually considered a bullish candle because it means that sellers tried, buyers tried, and they couldn't push it any lower. So when you flip this up here, kind of like one of these, but with a smaller body, that's a really bad candle. But down here, it's not so bad if it closes like that. Just kind of always your knee-jerk reaction is wholly rejected. See, but that's bad. There's the opposite of it, literally right there. In and up, prices going up, and you have this inverted hammer because it looks like a hammer upside down. Can you imagine seeing MC hammer upside down? I don't know why I said that. That was stupid. I would say you want to be above 1560 and above this blue line right now. Guys like my face. It's gay for my face. It's nice. My wife likes my face too, or at least she says she does. So yeah, I would buy it either in this zone or above here, pretty simply. Ideally, I would say, gives you both chances, something like that. Really squiggly bad line that will not come true. But at the end of the day, you have this sort of sustained downtrend from these highs, and you want to see that broken. Guys, I finally made it to RFI, and we can see if you should sell at a loss. Okay, first of all, James, my man, where did you buy this that you're at a loss? You bought it. You bought the top, right? I feel it. Done it so many times, but you must have bought the top. So I'd say that this is our macro trend is not so bad, James. This is also, by the way, to chart it on TradingView, you got to do it against wrapped ETH. So it's not against dollars. I don't know. Let us look at the charts. So who used to watch In Living Color here? I know some of you are old like me. Remember, wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go. That's how I always feel like saying. So listen, this is a huge like gap in price action. So there's really no support here. So maybe we have a support, here. You can maybe draw like this line because these gap broke here, but I don't know. So your macro like demand kind of area is here. I'm not saying it's coming down there. And then, on the top, you're kind of looking at like something like this, these, and you really have nothing in between if you're looking at it on the daily. But I would say that, you want to see RFI hold this line, but that can mean more downside, certainly above here. But, your optimism comes when this top line is broken. And I would say that we have, some other more local lines right in here-ish. I would say maybe here. Right. And I say there, like you can pick, like I said, these are all areas, but like, we had the clear break of it here and it hasn't closed back above. So that's why I choose it kind of there. If you choose it here, it's ugly. Those are more above. So something like that, which is, clearly the top right here. Fire Marshal Bill. Dude, how good was. Okay. Living Color was the band to James Living Color, who wrote Cult of Personality. The Cult of Personality. And In Living Color was the show, Damon Wayans, Jim Carrey, Marlon Wayans later. But, Keenan Ivory Wayans was the one who founded it. Sean Wayans, who later became an actor, was the DJ on the show. SWV or something, or something. Yeah, Sean something Wayans, DJS something W. And Rosie Perez and J-Lo were Fly Girls. They were the dancers. There's a lot of other people on that show, but that was the like Chappelle show of my time. Homie, don't play that. Right, exactly. Let me tell you something, kids. It's Fire Marshal Bill. That was my impression. So I would say a break up here. I have no idea what this is, but I wish I owned it. Someone asked me for a share, seniorage shares, but this is an hourly chart, dudes. Let's look at the weekly. Oh, let's look at the daily. Oh, I don't know, man. Look at all the gaps. There's zero volume on this thing. I don't even know if I'm charting the right thing. TBH, that means to be honest. For anyone who's not in with the cool lingo and the cool kids like me. Let's see what's popping. Well, something in now. Weak magnet, strong magnet. Yeah, I mean, this is breaking the only kind of resistance we can even draw. Let's see what it looks like on the foe. Yeah, so I would look for, if you're trying to trade this and this closes above, I would look for a retest of this line and a movement up, But like, guys, it's a gappy, disgusting, horrid chart. There's days with no volume. So I don't even know if this is the right thing. If this is what you're trading, have at it. I'm trying to read some comments over here. That's why I'm looking off to the side. I don't know. Someone's laughing hard and his wife thinks he's nuts. Welcome to every day of my entire existence. Hey guys, we've made it to SXP, the worst chart and asset that's ever been in existence in the whole world. And I will continue to troll this thing every single day that I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where we were last week when I said, hey, this is the worst shit ever. Kill yourself. SXP, not you, the people. And here we are, down from 36 to 22. So almost another 40 something percent. Doesn't look like it when you have all this, but that's still a big ass drop. Thanks, James, for subscribing because I put you on blast. I like to play the role for my followers, the like brutal honesty that my wife plays for me when she just mocks me and trolls me to death on a daily basis for all the dumb shit that I do and say. That's what you want in a partner, is someone who doesn't stand for any of your bullshit. So I'd say now you even have a new resistance. Congratulations, SXP holders. You now have a new resistance to worry about. Maybe one here, just because like we're drawing lines and it's hilarious. God, there's no reason to trade this. It might not even be able to make a bullish divergence here, but even if it does, who cares? Like, just who cares? Why would you trade this? And maybe that. I don't know, guys. This thing is so bad. It's so bad. Let's look at the monthly for a laugh. That looks bad. Get rid of that. See, look, no, not there anymore. Click on the line, click your settings, go to visibility, eliminate weeks and months, and there we go. This, I mean, there's been no reason to look at this since, I don't know, September, except for that, like, it's going to change the world of credit cards and cryptos as we know it. SXP is like XRP, and the SAC ain't even after them. That's right. It's just a piece of shit without a narrative. VET USDT perpetual futures on Binance. I've never looked at the perpetual futures chart. Perpetual futures, perpetual futures, perpetual futures. Say that 10 times in a row really fast. Guys, I'm so tired. Tired. It's the holidays. My kids never leave. It's like, I mean, it's like they feel like they live here at this point. Crazy. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Pretty good, to be quite honest with you. You could draw us any kind of bullish consolidation up here, pennant flag, whatever, but I would say that it's kind of ranging. And it's at the EQ, so it's at resistance of this little range. Don't think we need RSI here. But listen, above this line, this looks pretty good. That 1 penny, 0.8710 pennies in price. Now I got to break it down that way. But all right. So yeah, I would say above here, above there. Let's see if, I mean, I don't even know how much price history this has and where we stand. But yeah, I mean, this is, you know, if you're trading it just on this chart, looks like the old Bitcoin chart, right? This looks like 2017 until early this year. There we go. But if you want to look at it on the weekly here, you know, that's your target here. Draw back from here, something like this. You know, it didn't quite get there, but something like that. Clear. Draw something through here. Ish. Don't really love that, but just do the job. That's it, right? And you had this like clear consolidation, move out. Now, volume is not rising that much, but I think you're targeting at least here, and then hopefully you get above it and continue upward. And if you're looking for a macro support, maybe draw something like this, and you definitely exit if it breaks below that. YFL. Why the hell? This thing's trolling me a little bit, but this thing bought me a farm. So I love you, YFL. But yeah, I keep posting like setups for this in the newsletter, and it can't break the line. It keeps getting rejected. So they're not triggering, no harm, no foul. There's no reason to have bought it yet until it closes above this line. But man, it's tried a lot. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it'll take another shot at it here. You know, I showed some fibs on this, which is tight. All the boys like it when you show your fibs. And it only really got back to like 23.6 on this entire thing. I would have expected that we would see a larger retrace, but 23.6 is enough. And that's here. So we really need to break this line before this is interesting. See, I still got an alarm sitting on it, just waiting. Waiting. Man, your face is in the way. I didn't even know you were going to talk about YFL. That's awesome. There's really nothing to see here. Got to break this line. Otherwise, don't touch it. Oh, guys, we made it to Silica. If you were a subscriber to the newsletter last May when alts were awesome, then you would know that we bought this at 94 sats and rode it all the way to here. And we bought it again here on the retest, and it was awesome. And we also bought it at 60 here. I left those all on there because every once in a while you need to look back at a chart and feel good about yourself instead of feeling like a dummy. But if you were here last week, we had this ascending triangle set up, and it was surpassing it as I was live streaming and making me feel like a true Chad. But now it's dumping. It's dumping so hard. I would maybe, if you're looking for an entry to 42 to 248-ish, like right here, this line has sort of been retested, but not really heavily. But honestly, like this looks kind of pump and dumpy. Like, if you get your, like, you don't want to, this is like a blow off top, right? The biggest volume candle is the top candle, which is red and has a huge wick, and you exit and you never look back. But if you insist on continuing to try to trade this, have at it. But this does not necessarily look like bullish consolidation because these are very large candles down. So I don't really know. You keep writing perpetual furors, right? Let's go back and look at the Bitscorns. Ooh, the 4-hour closed above that line. That is tight, bro. Still got that bearish divergence though. So like, this is what concerned me. I wrote about it in the newsletter today. I'm not saying like sell your bag. Don't quote me on that. Just saying, and you can look at this bear div. We had this drop sort of from like the 20, and this is on a line chart. It was higher than that, but down, like just over $1,500,000 on this bear div here. And then there was a hidden bull div that canceled it out. But you can see there was a bear div here. It went down a little, continued making a bear div, went down a little, continued making a bear div, and then dropped. Here's a bigger one, better one. Same thing, bear div here, little drop, bigger bear div, bigger drop. So I would look to see if this continues to build bear divs coming here into overbought. And that would be a time I would look for a retrace. But the signal is already there. We could blast through $30 million right now. I would not surprise me. But if you're strictly like a divergence trader, here's been all your entries. They've all been really good. This one, not necessarily much different, right? You can extend this div to here. I'm not saying I'm not bullish. I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. I just wouldn't be surprised if it like retraced a little bit and then made like a hidden bull div here, like this came down here and price was up higher and, whatever. So I don't know. I'm going to go look at your guys' comments. 1 second. I'm going to unshare my screen so that you can get the full frontal. If I can figure out where I even put the thing. And then I'm going to drag your comments in front of my face so it's not super awkward. And let's see. New crypto market cap, all-time high. Awesome. Next time, take another chart than Binance like KuCoin for XXP so you get the full picture. Not sure if it changes anything, but okay, it's not bad advice, but also Binance looks dead. Just got a text from my wife that I need to go get my baby out of the crib. He's awake. Probably me who woke him up telling you guys jokes. So I am going to sign off. Love you guys. You're all amazing. Subscribe to the newsletter. Make your requests. Sign up for Femex. Check out Alpha 5. Have a happy new year. And there will be a free newsletter tomorrow. Free. FREE. So sign up below. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. Peace out yourself.